It's not every day that you watch an ad that you actually want to watch instead of wanting to skip it.
Tonight I'm gonna cook for the kids.
From a surface level, they're not all that different to one another, yet they have such different feelings to them.
With the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy.
Arrest the person who made that. Today, we will look at some perfume ads. Typically, perfume ads tend to be somewhat the same. They try to create a bit of a vibe of how the perfume smells. Probably some lady walking in like a luxurious place. I found some interesting ones, some great, some bad, some strange. So let's get into it. Starting off with Chanel number 5. It's an ad with Brad Pitt. Let's check this out.
It's not a journey. Every journey ends, but we go on. The world turns and we turn with it. Plans disappear. Dreams take over. But wherever I go, there you are. My luck, my fate, my fortune. Chanel number 5. Inevitable.
What the hell did you just say, brother? That is pretty cringe, right? It's just like very wannabe deep, yet clearly not saying anything. And I've done my best to decipher what he's trying to say, and there's really nothing there. It's like if I were to make an ad that sounds deep, what would it sound like? That's what it felt like, but nothing was said. It just felt very pretentious, that's the word. Very pretentious. I don't think it worked out. Let's see what the people think here. Yeah, someone's saying, I don't know how he shot this without laughing his ass off in every take. I guess it's not Brad Pitt's fault. They're right about that. I think a similar thing has been done to a better degree. I don't know when this was made. I assume a while back. They didn't do a good job on this one, unfortunately, but I'm sure they've done better things since. Remember that you're trying to create a vibe when it comes to fragrances, because we don't currently have the technology to smell anything. I might be wrong about that in the next year or two, but we can't smell it. And from watching this, I got no sense of how it smells either. And I think that's where you messed up, right? You're trying to create a vibe of what it may smell like, and I didn't get that here. Cool. Let's take a look at Kenzo World.
Or something like that, and we were in a room in Boston. He was having a fun time.
Crime?
I could have do them. Trouble and a bad and a frazzle them. They must see you say that we dating off them, muggle them. They must say that we have the girl them body and knuckle them. I do them. Want to read the novel them. Cause in the club and we a pop up all the back. Remember say them can't run in, cause we defend and we tackle them. And the water come out and we not see them. Back up on the match and no we no care what them a say. Come like them out and move but we no hear what them a say. We no matter what the hate and them a say. Your money your body being paper. Yeah, yeah, man.
So amazing how you can't see the reflections of the cameraman. They kept it interesting by introducing visual effects now.
When we step out, on the big like Papa, we bang book. Call the electrician, no man is a shaka, you know. Na Zulu, shaka.
Yeah, man. I love this ad. I love this ad a lot. One of my favorite ads. It does so much good. It actually, it follows a pretty basic formula, which is do something where it's unexpected. So they're like in this glossy place and, you know, luxurious and a bit boring. She feels that. She doesn't like it. She goes out and, you know, does this wild dance to this wild music. It's unexpected and it's amazing. It's great to see. It's also just great to watch. It's not every day that you watch an ad that you actually want to watch instead of wanting to skip it. And it became more of an artistic performance over an ad, which is why it's almost 4 minutes long, but you watch it no problem. It's a great watch. And then some may say, well, what does this have to do with a fragrance? What does it have to do with a perfume? It tells you that if you use this, you're a rebel, number one. And number two, even if it doesn't have anything to do with the perfume, by the end, once you've watched this amazing video and you see this perfume bottle come up, which by the way also looks pretty unique, and you see Kenzo World pop up, it's going to be in your brain. You're like, oh, they are affiliated with this amazing art I just saw. And in that sense, it works. All right, let's check out this one here from the 80s, Enjoli. Let's have a look.
'Cause I'm a woman, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and never let you forget you're a man.
Give her Enjoli, the 8-hour perfume for that 24-hour woman.
I can work till 5 o'clock,
Wow.
come home and read you tickety-tock.
Tonight I'm gonna cook for the kids.
And if it's loving you wanna
Tonight I'm gonna cook for the kids.
turn fit.
Enjoli, the 8-hour perfume for your 24-hour woman.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite funny. So it's really doing the same thing that the ads are doing nowadays, where it's like making, women feel powerful, in control. Except the funny part about it is that they're like spelling it out for you, They're saying, I am strong and I can go to work and I can also come back and read to the kids and that kind of thing, right? So they're just spelling it out for you rather than demonstrating it. This is the 80s, maybe they were just about coming up with this. But ideally in advertising, you want to demonstrate something, you want to show something, as opposed to telling them, hey, by the way, this is a great laptop. Super good quality. You're definitely going to want it. Let's move on to the next one. Marc Jacobs, first TV ad. Let's check it out.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree.
I know she was scared on that horse.
Little dream of me.
Daisy, Marc Jacobs.
That was really lovely, actually. It's a little straightforward in terms of, it tastes like flowers and they're in a flower field. But I think the quality of the cameras and, which was obviously intentional, the song, the vibe, it's just lovely. And I feel like I can almost smell the perfume. I think this should demonstrate as well that with a relatively straightforward concept, if executed well, you can achieve something great. Higher budget, bigger budgets doesn't always equate to better ad. Having said that, I believe they made another very similar ad, which we will take a look at now.
Daisy, 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 Daisy. Daisy, Marc Jacobs.
Oogie. So similar, yet not as good. strangely, right? It has some inclusivity, which is nice. Some inclusivity. The way they do diversity sometimes is funny. It's diversity is always like one black lady, 3 white ladies. That's often how it's done. It's fine. We'll forgive it. But besides that, I think it didn't have that same sensation. I wasn't pulled in the same way. I didn't feel like I really got the vibe. It felt a little bit more performed. I think one thing that people highlighted is that Daisy, 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 Daisy at the end felt weird. In general, it gave a little bit of a cultish vibe. I guess what would be good to highlight here, detail is big because from a surface level, they're not all that different to one another. Girls in the flower field, having fun together, demonstrating the vibe of the perfume, which is flowery. They're really not that different to each other, yet they have such different feelings to them. What is different? The diversity part, which is a plus side for the new one. The music is different, not as good. The camera angles and vibe and movement, totally different. Changed it up. The dynamic between the girls didn't feel as authentic. And then the strange addition of the Daisy, Daisy, Daisy at the end was strange too. Relatively minor details, yet changed the entire feel for the ad. Some of these details can have really quite a large impact. Cool. Moving on to the next one.
There's one person nobody can resist, and that's a baby. So love made Baby Soft with the innocent scent of a cuddly, clean baby that grew up very sexy, informing bath, body lotion, body powder, and body mist. So innocent it may well be the sexiest fragrance around. Loves Baby Soft because innocence is sexier than you think. Baby at Christmas.
Arrest the person who made that. What was that? Where do I start? I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, man. Not good to sexualize babies, I think, right? And then having a lady pretend like she's childlike or a baby and then saying, that's what we want, man. We want, that's attractive. And it's almost trying to convince you. What did they say? It's something along the lines of like, it's the most attractive thing. There is a zero other way to interpret it. They literally combined the word innocence with sexiness. Not just any innocence, the innocence of a baby with sexiness. What were you thinking? Bad, right? Yeah, not much else to say about that. Let's move on. Okay, I guess this is a fragrance called Charlotte Tilbury and Kate Moss is in it. And interestingly, it's a 360 ad. So we're gonna scroll around, I guess. Whoa. Effects look a bit Power Rangey.
Is this dream real? Do you remember me?
Adults. Look familiar. The effects look quite funny. Why is this 360?
Scent of a Dream, a fragrance by Charlotte Tilbury.
Oh, Scent of a Dream is the name of the perfume by Charlotte Tilbury. And then Kate Moss is involved, I guess. I guess from an ad perspective, just not a great ad, just a bit it's whatever. If that's the ad you want to make, that's the ad you want to make. Effects, pretty bad. There was no purpose for this being 360 because I was scrolling around and there's either nothing happening or just replicas of the same thing that's in front of me duplicated several times. And it's, at that point, it's like, why have it at all? Not great. Kind of felt like just, 360 is a thing now. Let's do that. And perhaps they felt like, maybe it would stand out because it's done in 360. It's okay. I don't blame them. I don't know how big this brand is. I guess it's a relatively big brand according to my videographer here. I don't know. Not done super well. Also, is the effects being bad, is that anyhow related to the 360? From my knowledge, I don't believe so. It does not have to look that way, even though it's 360. Anyway, don't like it. That was that. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, there's more to come. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe. Helps a lot. And stay tuned for the next one.